Okay, my barrister. Um, like I've asked before, you have served as Secretary General of the Apex Sociocultural Group Ohanaeze and Ndigbo. You know the Igbo boundaries. You know the Igbo people more. Can you tell us where these Igbo people are situated and located in the present day Nigeria?
Igbo land includes Igbo land and Igbo where Igbo people the land where people are living, Igbo people are living, that is Igbo land, is in the present day Delta, Osimini, Anioma, Kwale, Eka. The last community, Igbo community to Robo land is Obiaro. If you're in Abo, you keep right, you find a banke. If you go there, all their market days, their king is called the Eze, they are Igbos, but at present they are in Edo. You have the Igbos in Benue. These are the people. Of course, you have the Igbos in the Akwa Ibom, the Okolos, part of Asandoki is in Akwa Ibom.
Thank you. The video you were watching will be back shortly. But before that, have you shared this video? Have you invited somebody to this page? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? Have you donated stars? Have you liked? Have you dropped your comments? Please keep doing this for us so that we can be bringing you more exciting and exclusive educative content for your viewing pleasure. My beautiful people, it's your boy again, the Excellency and the Wappy, the extra talented young progressive entrepreneur, the RFB refinable boy, SBGC street boy gun classy, and I'm repping Namen TV, bringing you vibes from the streets. This morning is a special one. When I mean special, I mean extraordinarily special. I am having a notable, a prestigious person right here on Namen TV platform, Barrister Uche Okwukwu. Sir, please have the time to introduce yourself properly.
Thank you very much. My name is Dim Uche Chukwu Okwukwu. I'm a lawyer by training. I'm a social scientist and an educationist. I'm a native of one small community, if you like, call it a big community, called Elele, in Ikure local government area of Rivers State. I'm a proud Igbo son. A proud Igbo son. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, this is Namen TV. We are a social media platform that we are currently propagating the message of unification amongst the Igbo people, irrespective of where they are. We have taken it upon ourselves to also launch a project called Unify the Igbos Now. Unify Igbos Now. And it's trending. It's all over social media. We are receiving the much needed attention, the followership, and engagements. Well, enough said about that. Now, we are here with you. Thank God. I have some few questions that we will be attending to that relates to the Igbo people and the possible way of unifying them, irrespective of which name or nomenclature they want to identify themselves. But the Igbo man that we know, once you practice the 4 market days, the Ori Afo and Eke, and also through your name, if you call God Chineke, definitely you are an Igbo man. That is true.
Well, I've gone beyond that, beyond these simplicities. The Igbos know themselves. Those who are Igbos know themselves in and outside Igbo land. And if you read some of my articles in the past, I've made it very clear that I will speak for myself, and I'm bold to say that I'm an Igbo, I'm an Ikwere, and I'm bold to say that Ikweres are Igbos. And I would want to stop at that because I deal with historical facts. I look at documents, some predating 200, 300 years ago, even written by those who never entered the hinterland Igbo. They never got to the hinterland Igbo. They were on the fringes of Igbo land, and they met the indigenous people, documented them, and in black and white said they're Igbos. I'm not talking about post-colonial or colonial Nigeria, when the Ikweres openly said they're Igbos, and not only said that, they asserted it and defended it. So I will stop at that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. All right. You are one-time Secretary General of the Apex Sociocultural Group, the Ohanaeze Ndigbo.
Yes, I was.
So, can you tell us about? Tell us brief about your time with the organization.
Well, I thank God for the opportunity, and I thank Ndigbo for the opportunity that was given to me to serve as Secretary General. And of course, those of you who are journalists know what happened and what I passed through, where some people purportedly claimed illegally that I was removed from office because I disagreed clearly with them, and I made it very clear that the adoption of Atiku Abubakar by exception of Ndigbo in 2019 was injurious and inimical to the collective interest, collective vision, collective mission, the ideas, principles that we take the Igbos to a promised land. And I made it very clear. My argument was predicated on 4 fundamentals. 1, Atiku is a Fulani, Buhari is a Fulani. Atiku is a Northerner, Buhari is a Northerner. Atiku is a Muslim, Buhari is a Muslim. So why not allow Buhari to complete his 8-year term, which will end May next year, 2023, than bringing in an Atiku who will stay, if he wins the election, till 2027. And that I believe that if we must assess the presidency, it is easier to assess it through an incumbent president than to confront him. Because I saw the APC, as at that time, was growing stronger, and Buhari was a very strong character, that if Igbo supported him and negotiate well with him, that we can negotiate presidency in 2023 with him. Unfortunately, some persons felt otherwise, adopted Atiku, and of course you saw the disaster, and you see where we are today. And then the question I now ask, if you take Igbo land today, the majority of the bulk of Igbo land is under the APC. Imo State has 27 local government areas. Ebonyi has 13. That is 40 local government areas. The 2 PDP states in the hinterland Igbo are Abia and Enugu. If you put their LGAs together, it's less than 40. So the point is that you can now say I'm a visionary leader. I'm somebody who sees tomorrow. But we are past that. My concern is what happens to Ndigbo beyond now. Well, the issue of whether those who claimed whether I was suspended or not have been trashed out by handled by the Conference of Archbishops and Bishops of Igbo in Igbo land, led by Archbishop Chukwuma of the Anglican the Enugu Diocese of the Anglican Church as chairman and Archbishop Okwukwu of the Methodist Church of Umuahia, Methodist Diocese of Umuahia. That had been addressed. They said the purported unlawfully legal suspension or removal from office is void. Not only that, they returned me to the office of the Deputy President General for Ohanaeze Ndigbo in black and white. But I've said time without number that the problem of Ndigbo is beyond the politics of Ohanaeze, is beyond the politics of any other group. The survival, the interest of Ndigbo is beyond individuals and groups. Ndigbo must come out and speak with one voice now, tomorrow, and in the future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Barrister. Okay. During your term as the Secretary General, like I said earlier, this particular interview is centered on the unification of the Ndigbo. Was there at any point the issue of unifying the Igbos in the hinterland and also with their kith and kins outside in the deltas, in the rivers and beyond?
Let me tell you something. I must state here for record purposes that Ndigbo don't have the problem of unity. They don't. What happened is that the post-war Nigeria traumatized Ndigbo and frightened some sections of Ndigbo who were not located in the hinterland Igbo. They were so scared to say we are Igbos. But as time went on, by 1976 to 1979, a large chunk of our people here came out openly to say, look, we'll be Igbos. And they said it before the war, but there was no space to say it during the war in 1970. People were being slaughtered for being Igbo and so on and so forth. In Rivers State, some of the most powerful Igbo sons and daughters here said, look, we're Igbos. Francis Ella said, I'm an Igbo man. And he stood his ground. He was a senator in 1979. Sisi Uche, who went to the Constituent Assembly in 1977, and of course, former state chairman of the NPP, the father of Chibuno Uche, first deputy speaker in this democracy that started in 1999. So I'm an Igbo. Or probably one of the former registrar of University of Port Harcourt. So I'm an Igbo. First Ikure minister, Chief Emmanuel Aguma, former administrator of Port Harcourt province in the People's Republic of Biafra. So I'm an Igbo. And of course, from time immemorial, the Ikures, for example, had always said the Igbos. Of course, you remember the Willing Commission. The Ikure people stood their grounds and said, we're Igbos. Joseph Wobo said, I'm an Igbo man. Jackson MP said, I'm an Igbo man. Chief Emmanuel Origi said, I'm an Igbo man. So I don't know where people are getting this insinuation that Igbos are not united. Igbos are very, very, very united.
Okay, sir. But it seems in recent days, especially in the Ikwere communities, it seems that people are being victimized and strangulated politically when they identify as Igbos. Why is it this way?
I don't agree. Nobody can victimize anybody in Nigeria today that is because he says an Igbo man. Is anybody victimizing me? Is anybody victimizing Amechi? The answer is no. Did anybody victimize? Amechi has had one of the best political careers in this country, from speaker to governor to minister, director general of the campaign organization for Buhari 2 times. Nobody victimized. Nobody can victimize me for saying I'm an Igbo man. How can you victimize the people with over 70 million people? You can't victimize them.
Okay. Sorry. Let's say a census is organized to be conducted on the ethnic population of the Igbo people. Will the Ikweres, will we record at least 60, 70, or 80% of Ikweres identifying as Igbos.
What would they identify themselves as? Because in logic, there must be a premises that will take you to a conclusion. So if the Ikure man is before an enumerator, what will he say he is? He's an Ikure man. Okay, let him write he's an Ikure man. Will he write any other thing? He will write Ikure as his tribe or nationality. And if he writes that, better. He's an Ikure is the Igbo. The totality of Ikure land is Igbo land. Who is debating that any longer? Is anybody debating that? I don't think so. I'm saying that the entire Ikure is Igbo land.
We still have voices.
Who?
We still have voices who says Ikwere is not Igbo. Just like we have in Ika.
Who said, you see, I don't address a vacuum. I don't talk to the void. Who said Ikweres are not Igbos?
Okay. Okay. Let's go over here. We have a both two terms governors of the state in the person of governor, the present, the governor Nyesom Wike, and the former barrister Rotimi Amechi. Okay, it's not a barrister.
No.
Okay.
He's a doctor, chief
Okay,
doctor.
Chief Doctor Rotimi Amechi. These are Ikwere sons.
Of course.
One identifies as Ikwere Bini. One identifies as Ikwere Igbo. How do you see this?
Who said it's Ikure people are Bini? Who said, be specific so I can know who I'm addressing?
On national television, on an interview with, it's there on record, with Dele Momodu, Governor Nyesom Wike expressed that when Dele Momodu asked him, "Are you an Igbo man?" he vehemently opposed that. Let's say, "I am not Igbo," in this exact word. "I am not Igbo." He started explaining that he is of Bini. He traced his origin to Bini. I mean, he said it. It's there. I mean, it's there for.
And you read my reply in the Vanguard.
Yes, I also read.
Then you should be able to copiously present my report in the Vanguard. Review it on your on your television, your online television. I did a 4-page response to that. 4-page. I took time from page 1, page 9, page 10, 11, 12, about 5 pages in the Vanguard. Vanguard of December 5th, 2000 and 2020, 2 years ago. Less than 2 years, I replied him. I wrote that it's not true. And I went into his memory lane, and when I dived into history to show very illustrious, great sons of Ikwere who in the past had said Ikwere was Igbo. And I cited documents. Now, let me tell you, no document, no, not one document, not one document 70 years ago say Ikure people are Benin. Not one. If you have anyone, show me. Then I will tell you something here, and I'll give it to you before you go so you can photocopy it. The Obo of Benin, Omo Polopolo, Eredowa, served in Ahoda Division as Assistant District Commissioner between 1954 and 1965 for 11 years. He wrote a book published by Spectrum Publishers. He said, Ikwere and the Chie people are Igbos in black and white. He wrote it, the Obo of Benin. He said that typical Igbos.
I mean, this document can be accessed.
I have it in my house. Just, I'll go back now and give you a photocopy so you can cite it. He said that Ikwere and the Chie people are typical Igbos. Not only typical Igbo, they have the characteristics like Igbo. They work hard like Igbos. Their men work hard like the way Igbo men work hard. Everything that they have, all the characteristics and features of Ndigbo. So I don't know where they're getting. And I've said this time with that number. If you read my interview in Source Magazine, 26th of August, 2000, 22 years ago, I said Ikweres are Igbos. It was the cover page of the Source Magazine. That can be given to you. I have been, in the last 30 years of my life, I've been consistent that we're Igbos. You don't just because you are angry say Ikwere people are not Igbos. And I'm sure he didn't, after that, he has not said any other thing. Has he ever said any other thing?
No.
I'm not sure he's saying that because today you can see that at the PDP convention or primaries, you see where his support base was. You saw the support base. And you see that his people stood by him. His people stood by him. And I'm sure that his brother, the Bini man that he fought for, in his silent moment, he'll be asking himself whether the man understands his language or dialect at all. But that's by the way.
Do you know that you can advertise your goods and services on this space? Just call the number showing on your screen. Let's talk about your business. Let's advertise for you. Let's show your goods and services to the rest of the world. Thank you. Issue the identity crisis between the Ikwere and the Igbo people and the Ikwere, are not to be disputed. That Ikwere are Igbo people.
I have said it time without numbers. Resesa loquito, what you can read. It is there in the magazines, newspapers, in and outside Nigeria. And I have cited Ikwere sons and daughters from Uzuki Igbo. The late Dr. B. Wale, first Ikwere senator, first Ikwere PhD holder, identified with Ndigbo. The first Ikwere minister, Chief Emmanuel Aguma, identified with Ndigbo. In recent times, the two greatest sons, gladiators, Ikwere have produced in politics in the last 20 years is Amechi and Wike. Both of them have been ministers. Both of them have been governors. Wike is still a serving governor. Amechi said, I'm Igbo. What is greater than that? Why do people pick and choose? It's like calling the dog a bad name in order to slaughter it. That's what some people are doing. Oh, Ndi Ikwere sa awu Ndi Igbo. Oh, Ndi Ikwere sa awu Ndi Igbo. Ha kwe ho se ha awu Ndi Igbo. Elote shi sa awu Ndi Igbo. Ele mgbe ha sa awu Ndi Igbo. Ele forum he kwuru ya. Ele memo ha somitri. He wegre sa awu Ndi Igbo. Ele ha gbanwe na aha ha. Ha kwụsịrị izu Uche. Ha kwụsịrị za Chidi, Chinedu, Ngozi, Chika, Chukwu, Amadi, ha akwụsịrị ịza ya. Ihe ị ga-asụ ndị Igbo Ikwere sị ha wụ ndị Igbo. Ịpụtakwa, ị ga-ahụkwa ndị Igbo sị iwe na-ewe ha wụ ndị Igbo. Ọnwụnwe ndị Igbo sị ha wụ ndị Igbo.
Enwere.
So, ọ ga-ewere ndị Ikwere fugbo onye Ikwere sị awụ onye Igbo fugbo na mma. Gị hapụ na echi o cheta sị awụ onye Igbo ya chọwa na ụmụnna ya. So why do you worry yourself that onye Ikwere sị awụ onye Igbo? Ị ga-ewere ndụ sị ha awụ ndị Igbo na-aga. We just lost the deputy president general, the man who was there as deputy president general from Ekpe, Jewel, onye ahụda. Ọ nwere ndụ sị ha awụ ndị Igbo n'ebe ahụ. Ọ nwere ndụ sị ha awụ ndị Igbo. So those things doesn't bother me. Let me tell you, the boundaries of nations are determined by the sharpness of the sword. Nowhere in the world will a people follow a weak leader. Ị ga-anọkwa nga isi ndị Igbo ga-enweta ihe buru ibu. Ị ga-ahụ ndọsọ ha awụ ndị Igbo. Ma ha awụ ndị Igbo, ha ga-achọ onye Igbo ahụ ji anụ. Ndị Igbo sị na ihe ewu na-eso onye bụ igu. Eso onye Igbo mgbara agba buru igu. Ị ga-ahụ ha niile apụta na-achụgharị onye bụ igu. Ọ bụ ụtọ narị. I cannot say my father, who I have the same DNA with, awụhụ nna m maka onwe ha ego, maka onwe ha ike, onwe ha ọchịchị, onwe ha akụ na ụba. Agwụrụ ahụ ị na-ele anya so ha enweghị mmadụ akụ na ụba anọghị ofu echi, otu echi mmadụ ga-esi nga ahụpụta. Ojajula Ndigbo.
My barrister. Thank you. I mean, Okwukwu na-abụ ume, but we will not derail. Now, the Igbo question. Do you think the Igbo man can be politically relevant with the kind of politics that is being played in current Nigeria?
If you Google and listen to my lecture in Enugu 3 years ago, they organized under the auspices of Alibo Development Foundation, ADF, the organization, the Pan-Igbo organization, socio-political organization led by Professor Nwala. I made it very clear that we only made a mistake and we are paying for it. When you make a mistake, you pay for it anywhere in the world. In 1966, before the coup of January 15th, were Igbos not politically strong and relevant? Were we not? So it was the mistake of January 15th, 1966, that helped our detractors to label us as ndị nsogbu, ndị na-achọ okwu, ndị na-egbu ndị nọ n'ọchịchị, ndị a ga-ewere eme ndị na-eko mmiri na ndị na-epe nkụ. But Chineke ga-azọpụta anyị. Chineke ga-azọpụta anyị. One thing you will not take away from Ndigbo is that wherever they found themselves, as the Oba Bini said in that book, which I'll give to you, that the Igbo man is resilient, strong, willed, purposeful, clear vision, clear mission. Post-war Nigeria, we've recovered, and we have recovered fastly. And I can tell you, if we navigate well politically, we must get it right. We must get it right. We will recover the lost space. We will recover the lost space. And we will certainly emerge victorious. We will rule Nigeria in the nearest future, I'm sure of that.
Thank you, sir. Okay, now let's still visit other people, other groups that are not of the Ikwere. We have the Oba people. Me personally, I've gone round. I've gone to Oba Omoko. I've gone to Ekpe land, which is in Ahwada. I've been to Opobo, where we have an Igbo speaking. The entire people speaks Igbo, but tries to identify as Ejo Igbani.
The Igbani people. Yeah, the Opobo people are Igbanis. You know, Apatra Jaja, yes, was an illustrious Igbo son. Illustrious Igbo son, very great Igbo son. But he was acculturalized. Ejo moved with a lot of Igbani people, a lot of Igbos from Opobo from Boni to Opobo, established a kingdom, which I believe was an empire, of course, because it had power to enter into treaties. It was an empire, a Soviet empire. Yes, it's of Igbo origin, but where he is, acculturalization is a job. The Igbanis are not fighting the Igbos. They are not in any way. They are not confronting Ndigbo, and Ndigbo are not confronting the Igbani people. I can authoritatively tell you that that section their actions, their objective, their mission, their intent cannot enjoy Ndigbo. And Ndigbo will ever remain happy with them, intermarry with them, do business with them, trade with them, do all things with them. We're happy with that.
All right, sir. Thank you. Okay, now let's talk about the Oba people. We will talk about the different identities of the that is under the Igbo umbrella, because you as the Secretary General, former Secretary General of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, I know that you are accustomed with the entire Igbo people, irrespective of their nomenclature and the umbrella they go with. Now, let's talk about the Oba people. Who are the Oba people?
As I said without number, I don't want to perturb myself with what a man says he is. I said it without number. If you say you are not Igbo, I wish you luck. If you say you are not Igbo, I wish you luck. But ask the Oba man. In the last 100 years, you should mention anybody greater than Francis Ella, who was Secretary to the government of Rivers State, Biafran ambassador, former senator, former minister, who remained a member of the Council of Elders, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, till he died. I don't want to join issues. That's how I live my life. I don't want to join issues. If a man says, look, I'm not Igbo, I thank God. If you say you are Igbo, thank God. But I've told you that every single space, every, that belongs to Ndigbo will not be lost. Every inch will not be lost. There are two ways you assert yourself. You assert yourself by talking to the enemy in war situation. That I want peace. You only assert yourself by open declaration of war. Anywhere in the world. Post-war Nigeria can't traumatize Ndigbo. We cannot. Take it. And take my words to the bank. You can't traumatize Ndigbo. You have right to live. If you say you are Igbo, you have right to live. But you must allow the Igbo man, to, those who say that Igbos, to live. And that's what I've said. That is why I responded the way I did. If you say you are from Bini, beautiful for you. If you say, another man says, no, I'm not Bini, beautiful for him. But you must not attack the man who said, I'm Igbo. If you do that, I will speak out. If you do that, I will speak out. There must be an ideal, a cause for which a man must be a slave to. You must be a worthy slave to the cause of truth, to the cause of justice, to the cause of fairness, to the cause of equity. And when once you agree to be a worthy servant of these causes, you must be willing to lay down your life. I know what some of us have passed through by standing up, but I can tell you, I had cause to discuss with a lot of our people. I've had cause to discuss with people of Eastern Ijaw, particularly people from the present-day Kalabare, Okreka, Bone, Opobo, Nembe, Brass. The truth will be revealed one day. That is why I thank my friend, Dedi Abale, Alaj Mujahid Asare Dokobo, who said, look, I'm Ijaw, but my roots is Igbo. He said, I'm a Jew, but my root is Igbo. I'm not talking about my root maternally. My root paternally is Igbo. And of course, that's a man of courage. And I have said, in spite of all, some persons in some quarters are saying, oh, get Asari, do him there, doing that, laugh. We must support those and promote those who are strengthening us, expanding our space, consolidating our space, protecting our space, defending our space. So why can't a higher institution in Igbo land name a hall Asari Dokubo Hall? Why can't we come out and name a street Asari Dokubo Street, Asari Dokubo Road? Ka m gwa gị, nsogbu ndị Igbo nwere nwụna. Ihe a na-eche ele anya nwụna ka ọjọọ ha na-ele ka ọma anọ nsogbu. Ọwụ imeji onye mere ama ndị ọzọ apụta mee ama gboro ojii a ga-agwa ndị Igbo. Imeji onye mere gị ama ndị ọzọ emere gị ama ndị ọzọ apụta na-eme. Ndụ ugwu ihe ha na-eme wekpọrọ ndụ na-emere ha ama na-eweli ha. Ndị ọzọ na-ele ndị ahụ asụ ihe amamaatụ na-atụ aka ha na-agbago ugwu. Ndị Igbo ga-apụta were ndụ nkwadoro ha mejie. Ị ga-ahụ ihe ga-apụtasị ahụ ndị Igbo buru ibu ama m ha.
What you're saying is that Chief Mujahid Asari Dokubo is the defender of the Igbo race.
Of course, he had clearly. He said, look, my root. When a man says my root is Igbo, the message he's sending to you is that you don't touch people of my root. It's simple. It's logic. If I say my root is India, I'm saying if you touch an Indian, you've touched me. Isn't that what it means? He said, if you touch, my root is Igbo. I mean, my root is Igbo. If the message is that if you touch them, you've touched me. And I can tell you, Echuroni Igbo also, ya babu lawyer. Oge dozi onye Igbo ahụ nye ya mmiri, nye ya mmanya. Nwanne m ịgbabatara ụlọ nwanne gị ome onye ga-akpa gị aka. Mgbe Wazirike pụrụ from Imo State, nsogbu nọ n'Ọkigwe. Ebe ka ọ gara? Emebe ọ nọ? Ọ nọ na Port Harcourt. Ọkwa ndị Ikwere, Wazirike dị ndụ, ịchọ m nye gị nọmba. Ọkwa ndị Ikwere ka ọ nọ with. Ọ nọrọ nga ọnwa 6 months. Ọma onye kpara ya aka iro jụọ ya. Nga ka ọ nọ. Mana ya nọ. Onye gwara anyị na ihe achụ onye Igbo ọsọ nga ọ ga-agbalị Igbo, achụ onye Igbo ọ ga-agbalata nga. Onye gwara gị. onye ikwere welie mma igbu onye ọkaigwe ma ọ igbu onye ọka ya etie Chineke, onye ikwere egbuo ya. Onye ikwere ọmama onye ọ na-egbu ma ọ onye nshi mba ọzọ n'ala ikwere, maka niile na-akwụnụ ịchọ iwele mma igbu mara ihe ọ ga-etukwe Chineke. Ọkwa dị ị ga-agbọtogodi mma na-ajụzi ya ebe ka isi, and the person enwe ohere ịgbafu ọwụwa ụtọ ọrịa. Ọwụ ịnọrọ ịwụrụ medical doctor, ịnọ na accident and emergency, eburu mmadụ rolu into theater, ewe doctor, ewe nurse. Ihe nọ na kaadị ya ID ya ịhụrụ Uche Okwukwu, then iwe onye Aguleri ma ọ iwe onye Enugu, ị ga-ebu ụzọ dọgodi ya ndụ, were ọbara nọ na blood bank dọgodi ya ndụ, maka aha ọ na-aza wa aha gị. Ọ mgbe ọ recover pụta from coma, ya agwazie na ya awụ onye ikwere ma ọ ya awụ onye ụkwa ma ọ ya awụ onye ngwa, ma ihe hụrụ nga ahụ wa aha Igbo, ị ga-adọ ya ndụ.